people are always asking me, oh, Sherita, how you always have confidence, how you always are so sure of yourself, you always so poised, you look so nice. But baby, it took work. It took work for me to get to this point, okay? But if you follow the steps that I just gave you, ain't nobody gonna be able to touch you. Anybody and everybody will risk it all for you because you're that girl. You feel me? What's up, Rebuzz? It is your girl, Sherita Nicole, your soft feminine lifestyle strategist and plus size femininity coach. And today, y'all, we are going to be talking about confidence and building our self-esteem through divine femininity. So let's get into it. Yeah.
When I feel what I feel, sometimes it's hard to tell you so. You may not be in the mood to learn what you think you know. There are times when I find you wanna keep yourself from me. When I don't have the strength, I'm just a mirror of what I see.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but when I was younger, those fat jokes definitely used to be hitting, and it definitely used to hurt my feelings, and I internalized a lot of it. I definitely did. It took a long time for me to become the voluptuous and luscious plus size queen that you see before you. This plus size voluptuous goddess, you feel me? But it took me a minute to get there. I didn't always love myself, and I'd be lying to y'all if I told y'all that I always did. It definitely took a lot of hard work and, you know, a lot of climbing to get to me to where I am, because I remember the first time I ever heard somebody call me big or even fat, whatever the case may be. I remember I was in second grade, y'all. I was in second grade, and now when I go back and look at those pictures, I was nowhere near fat. I was nowhere near fat in second grade, but all it takes is for one person to come in and say something to you and make you question yourself if you allow them to. That's why it's so important to be, you know, to vet the people that you have around you, to vet them and see what their thoughts are, see how they like to communicate, see what they like to pour into their spirit, you know. But of course, we were only in second grade, so I didn't know none of that. But just a little tip for now, what you can do for yourself now. But yeah, I was in second grade, and I remember this young boy, his name was Ricky, and he called me fat. And then ever since he called me fat, I always was worried about how I looked. I always worried about if I was big in outfits, you know, I always felt fat. I took what somebody else's perception of me, their incorrect perception of me as well, I took it and I made it law in my mind. And ever since then, I always questioned myself, and I always questioned my being, and I always was critical of myself until I started doing these steps to start building my self-esteem and building my confidence to the point where now can't nobody ever make me feel no type of way about who I am. Because, baby, I feel like President Obama himself will risk it all for me. You feel me? So let's get into the steps that I took and the steps that you're going to take for you to build your confidence and be the self-esteem, high value goddess that you are. Okay? So the first step to building your confidence and your self-esteem, especially as a plus size woman, is to practice self-compassion. Okay, you remember when I told you, you know, that little boy, he called me fat, and ever since then, you know, I held it in my mind, and I was so hard and I was so mean to myself. Y'all, we have a tendency to be so mean to ourselves, and it's completely unnecessary. It's completely unnecessary, and it's completely unheard of. Like the things that we be saying to ourselves, we would never say out loud to ourselves, but in our mind, in that mental prison we created for ourselves, we be saying some wild ass things, and some people would even go as far to say them out loud, which is really incredibly abusive. Okay, because we have to watch our words. Our words are spells. Whatever we project into the universe, especially with sound, because sound is frequencies, right? So the whole world is vibrating. This realm is vibrating on frequencies. And whatever you speak, whatever you let come out of your mouth, that's what it is. It is so. It is so because you said it. You thought it, you said it, you believed it, you stamped it. So you have to start practicing self-compassion. Counteract those negative thoughts with something positive. I do it all the time. When I catch myself feeding into negativity, I automatically counteract it with something positive. If somebody does something I don't like, I address it and I set those boundaries, but I don't wade in that negativity, because once you wade and you invite negativity in, it starts being infectious and covering everything and anything in your life, especially when you are speaking negatively about yourself. So you got to cut that stuff out, okay? You've got to start practicing self-compassion and being nice to yourself. If you put on an outfit and you don't like how I look, you be like, oh, I feel like I look so big. Guess what? You gonna look big because that's what you said. That you gonna look big because that's how you feel. So guess what? You, instead of you waiting in there and getting frustrated and getting upset, you like, okay, I don't like this outfit because I don't like how it's making me feel. I don't like how it's making me look. I'm starting to feel big, but I know I'm a big beautiful queen, and I'm gonna find me something to wear. Cut that negativity off at the head. Don't even let it fester. Okay, because you don't have time to let it fester, because the world needs you. It's only one you. Only you can do what you do. You feel me? So you cannot give yourself time to fester in the negativity, especially the negativity that you're pouring into your own life. So start practicing some self-compassion. Be gentle, be nice, be kind to yourself. Okay? Now start acknowledging your worthiness and embracing your unique traits, because again, there's only one you. There is nobody out here that's like you. It's only you, boo. You're one of one. Your love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on. Okay? Okay, when Aaliyah was singing that song, baby, she was talking about you. She was talking about you, okay? So start embracing who you are. Embrace those unique traits. And so that's the quickest way to turn those negative thoughts about yourself right on around. Like, one thing for me, I used to hate my teeth. Now I absolutely love the top layer of my teeth, baby. I absolutely love it. I love that my fangs protrude. I love that my fangs look like I will bite the mess out of you, okay? And I feel like my smile is absolutely beautiful. So anytime I start feeling like I'm less than because of something, you know, and something negative, I start pouring love into myself. Sherita, I love your smile. Sherita, I love how you can put on anything and that thing is gonna hit, boo. I love that your energy is infectious and you are magnetic and you attract everything and anybody that you want. I love that you are resourceful. Just start feeding yourself so much joy and so much love that you're not gonna know what to do with it. Practice self-compassion. As soon as you catch yourself being rude and nasty to yourself, and you better not let me catch you being rude and nasty to yourself, but as soon as you catch yourself being rude and nasty to yourself, counteract it with some love, baby. Give yourself grace. You are a spirit having a human experience. Calm down. Calm down. Leads me into step number 2, which is celebrating your strengths. Start focusing on your resilience. You know, start focusing on how you're resourceful. Start focusing on all the traits that are not external, but mainly internal, that make you who you are. When you recognize and celebrate your strengths, you start boosting your own confidence and you start giving yourself the strength to stand in who you are and embrace who you are entirely. This will start to create and cultivate a positive self-image of yourself. And you'll be able to not only just see her in your mind, but start to feel her and she'll start to be present. You'll start to become her because you're constantly gonna be reminding yourself of who this woman is. And once you really start embodying and becoming who this woman is by celebrating your strengths, you're gonna start setting small goals for yourself, which is the next step, or big goals, whatever the case may be. Just set some goals for yourself. Set realistic goals for yourself and start taking manageable steps to accomplishing them. When you start accomplishing your goals, you're going to start to feel like that girl. That's why y'all ever see how men be like, oh, she broke up with me, and once she broke up with me, she started taking over the world. She got 5 degrees, bought a house, all of this crazy stuff. It's because when you're heartbroken and you get over that grieving phase, or you're coming out of that grieving phase where you're starting to accept that it is what it is, it's the same thing with your self-esteem. When you start accepting who you are and it is what it is, and embracing the person of who you are, what it is, you know what I'm saying? You start to really embody being that girl, and your focus starts to change. So you set those goals, and when you start obtaining them, it's like, oh, I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. I'm that girl. You can't mess with me. You can't sit with me. You can't sit with us. You feel me? So once you start hitting those goals and start, bringing home those accomplishments, you get addicted to it. You like, okay, I really can do this. I really am this girl. Start celebrating those strengths, embracing those strengths, and practicing more self-compassion. Because it's like, okay, well, maybe I didn't hit this goal, but I did do this, and this is way more than I did last time. So maybe I can try it this way and do this, and this. Next thing you know, you start climbing your own personal ladder to success. Really embodying that girl. But it's also important to remember that when you're trying, or you're not trying, when you are hitting those goals that you have created for yourself, you've got to still be practicing that self-compassion. And you could do that through the next tip, which is practicing self-love, y'all. I am forever and always going to be an advocate of self-love. And I'm going to be honest with you. Yes, self-love can be spa dates and getting your hair done and just taking time to rest. But the backside to self-care is really going in deep and digging to the root of why you had self-esteem problems in the first place. Did you allow someone to tell you that you weren't worthy, and you adapted that mindset? So now this is how you feel. It may have not even been something that came from you. You feel me? Or, did you let a man come into your life and y'all were in a bad relationship, and he is what has bred the idea that you don't deserve love, so now you don't even love yourself? That's the other side to self-care. Yes, it's the baths. Yes, it's going to the spas. Yes, it's getting your hair done. Yes, it's getting your nail done. But, the other side to self-care is sitting down and having those real hard conversations with you. And it could come in the form of therapy. It could come in the form of, even calling me and booking a venting session with me. It could come in the form of, you booking a spiritual reading if that's what you're into, or you going to see your pastor if that's what you're into. But either way it goes, learn to exhibit and practice self-care in all forms, because some of us the superficial may not fix it. It may not fix it, and that's just being real. It's some, believe it or not, and I know it's crazy to hear, but it's some things that getting your hair done cannot fix. Sometimes you may have to go see the lady. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you may have to sprawl out on the floor and cry and purge yourself from those things. That is a form of self-care. Giving yourself permission to be vulnerable and to be free to express yourself is self-care. So don't just keep it superficial when you're building your self-esteem and you building your confidence. Really dig in there. Dig in there, do the dirty work, and practice that self-care, and get to the root of why you don't feel like you're that girl. Because self-care does embody all, okay? Self-care is an embodiment of all. So the spiritual, the mental, the physical. So yes, do the yoga. Yes, go ahead and, go to the spas or whatever the case may be. But don't forget to meditate. Don't forget to meditate. Don't forget to journal. Don't forget to create a sacred space for you to feel free and embodied, truly and wholly in the whole self-care process. Another thing you could do is find to exhibit self-care, of course, is to do things that bring you joy. Honestly and truthfully, I'm gonna be real, me getting my nails done is not a joyous event for me anymore because I be ready to go. So now it's like, it's just a part of my maintenance, which I do enjoy being able to keep myself up, but that's not something that necessarily brings me joy anymore. What brings me joy is, you know, having a soft, quiet space to meditate and have some tea, to really just let my thoughts flow. But that's what brings me joy. Even going dancing, allow my body to be free and really activating my sacral chakra. Visiting and traveling to places and being able to just rest in those places. Not find 50,000 things to do, but to actually just be at rest and be free. Those are things that bring me joy and are a part of my self-care. Taking long baths are a part of my self-care. My makeup session itself, doing my makeup, is a part of my meditation. That's a part of my meditation. If I don't get that, my day is a little off. If I feel like I'm rushing through it, I feel a little off. I feel like I did myself a disservice. So figure out what brings you joy and implement that. And don't be afraid to go into the deep side of self-care, because remember, it's an embodiment of all, okay? Don't keep it superficial. So my last step, you know, after, you know, we start practicing self-care, you know, we've started talking to ourselves, you know, practicing self-compassion. We've started embodying our strengths. We've started setting those goals and accomplishing those goals, okay, because we're that girl. The next thing, you know, after we practice self-care is we're going to surround ourselves with people that support us. Surround ourselves with people that support us. I cannot tell you how important it is to your confidence and your self-esteem for you to be around people who love, honor, and respect you. If you are somewhere where you are not loved, where you are not honored, where you are not respected, you need to vacate that place immediately, because it is not going to do anything but lower your vibration, lower your frequency, and keep you in a hole that is constantly going to be telling you you don't deserve to be loved. You are worthy of every piece of love that could ever flow to you. Every gift that could be bestowed upon you. Every piece of abundance that could be bestowed upon you. Of all the prosperity that the universe has to offer. But you're never going to be able to fully embody that and step into that if you are surrounded by people who do not support you, who do not love you. If you're looking for a community and you don't have a community to join that's filled with women that will love and support you, I do have my Feminine Me Practically community group that you are more than welcome to join. Share your thoughts. Ask me questions. It is a public group. Other women, like-minded women in there who want to embody their divine femininity, that are open to sharing their stories with you and helping you along this journey. That's a community that you could join. But at the end of the day, you have to be surrounded with people who love and support you no matter what. Now I'm telling you, people underestimate the value of connection and the value of sisterhood. And sisterhood is a pinnacle of divine femininity. You cannot do this life by yourself. And it really hurts my heart sometimes when I hear women saying that they don't have a lot of female friends. It really breaks my heart, because you having that sisterhood, that connection with somebody, honestly, is not a void that a man will be able to fill for you, because a man doesn't know what it's like to be a woman. You need that sisterhood. You need that divine connection. You need someone who is able to walk alongside the path that you're walking and understand the things that you're going through. So you have to surround yourself with people who love and support you. And even on the other side with men, you know, you never want to be in a relationship with a low vibrational man, a man who doesn't love and support you, who doesn't care for you like the goddess that you are. You have got to surround yourself with people that love and cherish you, in order for your confidence and your self-esteem to remain high. Because even if, say you're doing all the other steps that I gave you, if you got somebody constantly chipping away, even though you're combating that negativity by practicing self-compassion and reaffirming yourself, you got somebody constantly pecking at you, eventually they gonna poke a little hole in you. They gonna peck a little hole in you, and all that hard work gonna slowly but surely sleep out that hole. You cannot afford to be around people who do not love and support you. You can't afford it. You can't do it. Build a support system that loves to celebrate you, whether the accomplishment is big or small. That feeling of belonging somewhere, is very important, because loneliness can do detrimental things to your confidence and your self-esteem. So you do have to make an active attempt to build your community. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Some of y'all be in y'all house. Y'all be in y'all house all day 24/7, and your community's not just gonna fall in your lap. Now, granted, you know, I'm on the internet and I'm a part of y'all community, but even, you know, some of y'all take it as far as to be on the internet, be a part of a community, and still not interact. You've got to show up. The first step is practicing self-compassion, and in practicing self-compassion, you got to show up for yourself. That's just the reality. You want to change your outlook, change how you see yourself, build your self-esteem and that confidence to be that girl. Show up. Show up. Your community is ready and available to cherish you and love you, but you got to show up. You got to actively do something to fix that sense of belonging within yourself. It ain't, I'm just be real, it's not just gonna fall in your lap. You gotta take the first step and meet us there. But our hands are open and available to you. Your people are always open and available to you. They love you, they wanna see you succeed. So surround yourself, take the steps to surround yourself with people that love, honor, and respect you. Okay? So those are my tips on how to build your confidence and your self-esteem, especially as a plus-size woman. You're going to practice self-compassion, okay? You're going to celebrate your strengths. You're going to set realistic goals for yourself and achieve them. Practice self-care and surround yourself with people who love, honor, and respect, and who want to see nothing but the best for you. You are going to create a great network and a support system that's going to absolutely love you. And you're going to start by joining my Facebook group, which is in the link at the bottom, so we can love, honor, respect, and cherish you too. And don't feel afraid to say what you want to say in the group, because again, we are available to you. We are there to love, honor, respect, and cherish you, okay? So I wanted to give you those tips because it took a minute. It was a transition for me to get to the goddess who I am today, because people are always asking me, oh, Sherita, how you always have confidence, how you always are so sure of yourself, you always so poised, you look so nice. But baby, it took work. It took work for me to get to this point, okay? But if you follow the steps that I just gave you, ain't nobody gonna be able to touch you. Anybody and everybody will risk it all for you because you're that girl. You feel me? So, again, if you are looking for a community, you can always follow my Femininity Practically community group on Facebook that I have linked down below. Please feel free to follow me on other platforms as well. If you want to build your self-esteem and your confidence with a more personal touch, you know, you like, okay, Sherita, I feel you, girl. You did your 5 tips, but I may need somebody to hold my hand. I may need somebody to walk along with me on this journey, because I'm definitely ready to attract a high-value man who's gonna spoil me and take care of me and do what I need him to do. You know, give me all the things, all the luxuries, and all the kikis. But girl, I don't know, these 5 steps, maybe they may be more than what I need, and that's okay, because if they are not all that you need, baby, I'm available to you. If you wanna book a call and we do a personalized strategy, we could do that too. If you want me to become your mentor and your one-on-one coach, we could do that as well. I am here to serve you. I am available and here to you, because we all have the ability to walk in our divine femininity and embrace the goddesses that we are and fully embody our confidence and our self-esteem, because we are worthy of anything and everything that we're asking for. I love you guys. Please save this video for later to remind yourself of the things you need to do to build you to be the goddess that you are always supposed to be. Feel free to join my Facebook group and book a call if you need it, or a one-on-one session, coaching session. I could be your mentor. I do have an 11-week program that is coming fairly soon. I hope you guys continue to always embody your divine femininity and walk in your divine light. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye.